Now available in paperback and e-readers, Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed, all-new Esteemed series adventure. Pick up your copy of Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers today. Brothers, don't let a $6 sundress cost you everything you work for. Now, we're in the start of the summer, and this is the time where a lot of guys wind up becoming simps and tricks because they don't have their head in the game. And as they don't have their head in the game, they see some chick dressed up in a $6 sundress that she got from Shein, not seeing how she looking to get in your pockets and wind up putting you in a jam that could either lead to you winding up either becoming a trick at the best case scenario, or in the worst case scenario, you're stuck on child support with a baby mama for the next 20 to 25 years. And that's where checking out that chick in the $6 sundress basically winds up costing a guy everything, because he's thinking with the head between his legs and not the head between his ears. And because he's not critically thinking about this situation, he's winding up putting himself in a place where he's going to wind up getting himself completely jammed up from this summer to winding up in a place where he'll be miserable in winter. Now, in my book, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, I explain why a guy really has to identify female predators, and one of the worst female predators comes out in the summertime wearing this $6 sundress that she either got from a local retailer like here in New York, such as Denise or one of these other little stores, or she'll order it from a place like Shein, and eventually, again, she will be in your pockets and getting all your money because you're just caught up in your feelings about how good she looking in that sundress, showing off all the body and the curves. And as it's showing off all the skin and the curves, you're thinking about trying to get that Shein sundress off of her and get her to drop the skid mark jockey thong and get your taste of the atomic waist from the special place, not seeing how your chance to try to get that chance to get her to take off the sundress and again drop the skid mark jockey thong can lead to you taking a financial skid that can cost you everything as related to your whole involvement with her. That's what a lot of guys ain't really thinking about critically as related to these women out here looking all good, but not really being all good for you. That's what a lot of guys ain't really thinking about out here in these streets. They're not really thinking about this at all. No, they're not thinking, hey, I really need to, again, really watch how this woman is behaving, because when a woman puts on the $6 sundress, in some cases, not all cases, because some chicks just want to put on the sundress because they want to be cool, but other chicks out here putting on the sundress because they know if they put on the $6 sundress, they're going to get a payday from themselves from all of these thirsty simps who fall straight into her thirst trap. And as they fall straight into her thirst trap, she's going to be out here, again, doing very well for herself as related to picking up dates as related to this whole situation. Now, during the summertime, again, you're going to have a lot of chicks wearing these sundresses, again, looking real good. But what they want to do is make things good for them as they set up their thirst trap. As they set up their thirst trap, what they want to do is get you looking at them with their faces all made up, their hair all done, and looking real good as related to things. They got their feet all done and their nails all done, looking all good. And again, looking for a way to continue maintaining, getting that payday from these guys. Again, these guys basically, what she's looking to do is bait the simps. And as she baits the simps, her whole goal is to get these guys to run up to her, looking to spit some game. And as they spit the game, what they're looking to do is see what type of deal they can make for themselves. Look for what type of deal they can make for themselves as related to things like the meal and drink hustle, because again, looking good in the dress gets her free meals and free drinks, and also gets these guys to go out here and go from being a simp to being turned into a trick. Again, the trick is to get this guy to again look to pay for the possibility of getting her to go out here and take off the dress when they get her back to the crib or to the hotel, and again drop those skid mark jockey draws, and again get his taste of the atomic waste from the special place. That's what her goal is as related to that's what his goal is as related to getting you to do that. Again, she wants to get you out here and turn you into a trick and string you along in some cases, possibly string a dude along, continuing to get meals and drinks for the summer and hopefully into the winter, because this guy, again, if you're not really, again, thinking critically, you're gonna get played, and a lot of guys get played in the best case scenario as related to dealing with the chick in the $6 sundress from Shein, and that allows her to get into your pockets for free dinners, free drinks, trips to different events, and thinking you got a shot at her when you never had a shot at all. No, she was just stringing you along and making a complete fool out of you. But a lot of guys don't really see that whole situation going on because, again, they're thinking with the wrong head and not thinking critically at all. Now, another group of guys out here as related to this thirst trap with the $6 Shein dress, these are guys who basically, again, they get with this woman, and as they get with this woman, they start having feelings for her, and she starts to, again, look to have some sort of interest in them, and as they get together, eventually, he does get the $6 sundress offer at the crib or at the hotel. And after they go out here and they wind up having this little summer fling, what happens is that in the wintertime, what happens to these dudes is that they wind up in a situation where she winds up pregnant and he winds up on the hook for child support for the next 25 years, winds up on the hook for child support for the next 25 years. And that's how that $6 sundress winds up costing him hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, a long time ago, I made a post on social media and in a blog where I said, don't let a $6 sundress cost you $70,000. Now, these days, because child support is so much, this basically leads to a dude going from, again, making good money and living very well to basically having most of his paycheck garnished as a result of these chicks putting you on child support. And after she put you on child support for your little summer fling, she's out here again with your kid and then taking your money, spending it on herself, and then going out here getting her back blown out by another dude. And you're winding up again in this bad situation because you were not thinking critically. You weren't thinking critically regarding this female dressed up in this sundress. Again, a sundress that she got from Shein, and now she in your pockets. She in your pockets, and you're not, again, being able to enjoy your life. No, you can't enjoy your life out here because you basically gotta pay child support to this woman, and you're basically having to pay child support because you were not really out here understanding how the game is run out here. And I've seen this happen for many summers over the years. I mean, guys coming out here, they have good jobs, they making good money, and some of them out here got their cars or their SUVs with a booming system, and they go from going out here having a good job, driving a car with a booming system that they're driving around thinking that they're going to impress this woman with, and eventually after they see what's in the sundress and get their taste of the atomic waste from the special place, what happens to these dudes is that in wintertime, this is the guy waiting at the bus stop, waiting for the bus because he had to go sell his car, or his SUV because this female basically got him on child support. And this sadly happens to a lot of guys. They're out here in the summer thinking that they're going to impress these chicks, thinking they're going to go out here and impress these chicks, but what they don't see is that they basically fell into a thirst trap, and as they fell into this thirst trap, they basically wound up getting their resources devoured wound up getting all of their resources devoured because they basically were too caught up in their emotions about how good this woman is looking, not looking at how bad the situation is going to be, because these guys weren't really understanding, hey, she got that dress on to get your attention, and if you're not really understanding why she want to get your attention, you wind up in a place where you go from being the guy out here chilling with your nice car, chilling with your nice sneakers, chilling out here and enjoying your life. That's what happens is that you go out here, you start doing this summertime simping and tricking, and again, you wind up tricking yourself right out of your way to be able to enjoy your life. You be sitting up again, you got your place nice, you got your car nice, you got your house nice, everything is going good, and what this woman wants to do is get into your pockets for a payday, because she sees who you are. She sees who you are. She sees you going out here and doing okay. But because you're not understanding your value as a man, you're not understanding your value as a man, you're out here in these streets, again, checking for this woman within the $6 Shein sundress. And again, the $6 Shein sundress has her getting in your pocket, and again, either getting them free meals, getting them free drinks, or being taken out for the summer. At the best case scenario, you're getting played that way as related to what you believe to be a summer romance, which ain't really a summer romance, because she possibly got multiple dudes on rotation with the same routine. And then in the worst case scenario, you go from the guy driving the SUV with the booming system to winding up taking the bus because you got to sell your car, because this chick basically is now your baby mama, and possibly you're one of multiple baby daddies, and all because you weren't really understanding what's going on as related to this game that's played every summer. Every summer, there's a chance that guys think that they have at summer romance, because they think, oh, she got on the $6 sundress from Shein, not understanding she looking to get in some pockets in some cases. Now, there again, I'll repeat it once more, chicks who want to just go out here and look good for themselves, we're not talking about them, but there are female predators who know what assets they got and look to show it off, hoping, hey, I can go out here and get me some of these ducats from these fools who, again, are caught up in their thirst, which is really them being caught up in their emotions. And as they're caught up in their emotions, they're not seeing how this woman is being tactical about using her body to, again, sell this guy on some game. And what happens is a lot of these guys go out here and play themselves as related to things, and wind up being completely, again, busted and completely broke. Again, completely broke because they don't understand the game that's being run on them. But I don't want to see brothers out here get the game run on them by these females out here. No, you gotta have your head on straight as related to these women. You gotta have your head on straight, because a $6 sundress can lead to you winding up being broke for the rest of your life, where you go from making, again, hundreds of thousands of dollars that would be in your bank account. Again, your spot would be taken care of. You'd be able to buy your own house, buy better stuff for yourself, and again, invest some money and save some money. You would go from having money in your pocket to money going in her pocket that's never going for your kids, but it's going for some other dude, or she basically spent it on hair, weave, and nails. And you don't want that to happen. No, you want to put yourself first. You want to invest in yourself. You want to invest in you. And part of the thing with the summer is you don't want to go out here and let the heat make you make bad decisions, the heat of your lust, the heat of your desire. You don't want it to lead to you getting burned. So when you're out here and you see the chick in the $6 sundress from Shein, understand that she want to get in your pockets, and you want to, again, look to see what she's all about. So if you want to go out here, again, you got to, and you want to check for women, you got to, again, really listen to what they're saying and watch what they're doing. You got to really listen to what they're saying and especially watch what they're doing. If you're out here and she want to be out here talking about going to restaurants and stuff like that, now you don't have to do that. All you got to do is take her to the Starbucks or the Arab red and white chicken place or the Chinese restaurant and find out what she about. That's all you need to do as related to things, because you don't need no finance to get romance. You just need to go out here and just be yourself. But the whole thing is, you got to, as you're being yourself, you got to be aware of things, and you got to be aware of things as related to these chicks. You got to be aware of things as related to the chicks in the $6 sundress, because that $6 could cost you $600,000 to $1 million over your lifetime, and that money is better spent on you or a woman who's suitable to be your wife, and you don't want to be stuck in a situation with a baby mama impeding your ability to progress. That's what you don't want to be in, and a lot of guys wind up in that situation in the summertime because they, again, get with the wrong women, and as they get with the wrong women, the $6 sundress leads to them being broke, and that's what leads to them being in a situation where they go from being guys who were cool to being bitter, and that's what happens, sadly, when you don't have your head in the game. You wind up getting played by predators who are looking to prey on you. Now, if you want to learn how to identify female predators on the street in the summer, you can pick up my book, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance at other online booksellers like Draft Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos taking simping to the barbecue, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA, from the Black Boule, in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Take a trip into the macabre world of goth modeling in the new millennium in this spooktacular Spinsterella story. Pick up your copy of Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.